Murphy knows best.
Yo, yo, yo.
What's up,
everybody?
boy? My bad,
Welcome, everybody. Sorry, you messing up my intro.
You're right.
You don't talk when I'm introducing the show.
You definitely right.
Now you gotta keep it. You gotta keep it and keep it rolling. Let's go.
My bad.
Yo. Welcome back. Now you messing me up. Now I'm messing up. Yo.
Why you gotta put yo?
Episode of Murphy's Know Best. I'm your host, Ramir Murphy. As normal, we got Big Bro, Shaquille Murphy in the middle. And we got
yo.
You got Lil Bro on your right.
Yo.
All right, bros. Let's get it going. Today we are going to be doing a division breakdown.
Hold on 1 second. Shout out to Big Hoop. I love you, mama.
Love you, mama.
Always gotta give a shout out. All right, now get it going.
All right. So since Zaire's technically still a Seattle Seahawks fan, even though he claims the Brown for whatever reason, still
I
weird.
am a Seahawks fan by default.
It's weird. That's weird behavior. But we're gonna start off from worst to first. So we're gonna start with the Cardinals today.
You always say the Cardinals since we were kids.
He's been saying that since he was a baby.
Cardinals, man.
Cardinals, they're the same thing. But can they be a surprise team? Or are they going to surprise us this year? Let's start off with you, Big Bro. Murphy, number one. How you feel? How you feel about them? You think they're going to be a surprise team?
Honestly, no. I don't like the way they're developing their team. I'm not just saying this because I wanted Jeremiah Love, but I'm saying this because it doesn't make sense. You pick up Tyler Algier, who's a really, really good running back. You got James Conner already. You got another back in there too. And you don't really have a strong defensive presence. So if I was them, I would have traded that pick, the number 3 pick in this year's draft, and got more pieces upon pieces and develop your team that way. But they went to get Jeremiah Love. He's going to be a really good back in the NFL, but I don't think they have enough pieces to actually surprise people. Who's going to be their quarterback? Is it going to be Gardner? Is it going to be who was the other guy? They got Gardner. Is it going to be
Jacoby
Brissett? Is it going to be Carson Beck? I don't think they have enough pieces. I don't think they have a solid plan at quarterback in place to really make a strong impact. The offensive line isn't really that strong. So personally, to me, I don't feel like they can withstand that division. That division alone is going to be brutal. So I don't see it. I like the offensive lineman they picked up from Texas A&M. I like the running back, like I said before, but I just don't think they have enough pieces in place right now to be a solid contender or a solid player at all. So I think they're going to be a top 10 drafting, I should say, team this year. So I don't expect much at all.
I'm kind of on the same wavelength as you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't done anything that really impressed me. I don't think they have a solid direction of where they want to take this team. I don't think they even really have an idea. They got who's their coach? It's one of them. It's a Mike LaFleur. I can't remember who's their new head coach.
Is a LaFleur? I keep.
Yeah, I think it's Mike. Well, Matt LaFleur, I think is for the other team.
Yeah. All right. So I think he's going to try to make this an offensive team, but you can't really be an offensive team if you don't got a quarterback. Jacoby Brissett is I think at this stage in his career, he is a transitional quarterback who can win you. Who's he's a solid number 2 quarterback. Yeah, he can win you. He can win you some games. I feel like he's a gamer, but we all know who Jacoby Brissett is as a quarterback. He's not a franchise guy. He's not a franchise quarterback. I mean, like I said, he can hold the team together to win some games. I think they have enough skill. They have a lot of skill talent. Like they like from receivers. Like you have receivers who should be some guys. Like we got Marvin Harrison Jr. who hasn't like the previous few years he hasn't uh been the receiver that we thought he would be coming out of Ohio State. We thought he was we thought he was going to be a generational player, generational talent, and
Yeah.
he's shown some flashes, but he hasn't been consistent. But he's if he lives up to his talent, you should have a number one receiver, and you got the young kid I can't remember buddy name who showed out towards the end of the season when I think when Marvin Harrison was injured. Can't remember buddy
Michael
name,
Wilson.
but he
Michael
Michael
Wilson.
Wilson. Yeah, thank you, bro.
Yes.
But he showed out. He surprised a lot of people. It was a fantasy standout and helped me win some games. But he was a very good surprise receiver. And then you like Quill said, you got Love, Jeremiah Love from that they drafted. They stole him from the Titans. It was a confusing pick, like Big Bro said, because you got Algier, you got Connor. Algier should have has the talent to be a number one back. He has he's I think he's good enough to be a number one. And you got Connor coming in, and Connor's been a number one guy for a while. He's a touchdown machine. So I mean, you have a good backfield. You just we're gonna have to see how they play out, how they want to use this talent that they have. On like they have a little the little talent that they do have on the offense. Defensive wise, who knows what they're going to be. I don't know how this defense is going to play out. I'll have to do a little bit more looking into them. Honestly, they just don't seem like a team that's going to do much. And this division is killer. This is probably one of the hardest divisions in the NFL. I mean, three teams that was in the three other teams in their division were were in the playoffs, and they all won playoff games. So, I mean, this is just a gnarly division, and they're gonna kill each other. And I don't think the Arizona has enough firepower to keep up with any one of these teams. So, realistically, I think they're coming in last again. If I'm being honest with you.
Before you go, Zah, you also got to think about it like this too. LaFleur called plays before, but he wasn't successful. He got this head coaching job based off interviews, of course, and based off what the Rams did last year in the previous years. When he was the offensive play caller with the Jets, he wasn't successful. Yes, he was young and he should have got another year, but we already know how Woody Johnson works. But I'm worried about him calling plays as well as being a head coach. I'm truly worried about that. I'm a Tennessee Titan fan. I will always say this. We already know what happened with Callahan a couple years ago and last year. So little things like that really has me thinking I don't think this is the best situation for him going into this year or best situation for the team in general. So that's a big question mark on me. Well, for me, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm sorry, Zah, but it's being honest too. I think you can tell this. I think this was the last head coaching job to get filled, and you can tell why. It's just like nobody knows what they. Yeah,
they wanted. What's the name? They wanted Salah, and that was the guy from the rip that they wanted. They wanted Salah from the rip, but Salah wanted to go to Tennessee compared to go to Arizona. Yeah. So with Salah leaving,
was a better destination for him.
Exactly, and we didn't know what was going on with the head coaching job, so therefore Arizona was they keyed on Salah, and then that whole situation happened with Tennessee. So that's what really happened. That was the biggest issue.
Yeah, I think having a coach who can build a culture would have been better for this team because this team don't got no culture right now.
Absolutely,
and I mean,
take it away.
There's no coach.
Not at all.
I'm hoping that he could bring some more coaching in here. I do think Arizona did improve just based on the fact of they got a good running back, even though I don't think it was necessarily necessary. I think having two running backs that you're paying good money doesn't really make that much sense to me. Three, you have James Conner. You even have Trey Benson, who didn't even get a chance to shine, where everybody was expecting him to have a big season. That's your fourth running back. I mean, running backs are important. They're valuable usually for teams who are winning already. But when you got 3 to 4 pretty good running backs, Jeremiah Love pick didn't make that much sense to me. He's going to be a stud. Overall, through and through, I think they're going to be a tough out versus some teams. I don't think you can just walk in and play and think they're going to be an easy win, depending on it if they're well coached by the LaFleur brother. But I don't think they're going to do anything special this year whatsoever. I do like Will Johnson, though, their corner. I think he's going to improve on his year he had last year. He can stay healthy. I do like Michael Wilson. I think if Marvin Harrison shows up, they can be a good receiving core. They can a pretty good receiving core. They got Trey McBride. I mean, realistically, if Marvin Harrison becomes the receiver that he's supposed to be, their receiving core is pretty good. Trey McBride, Michael Wilson, and Marvin Harrison. I mean, that's a pretty good receiving core. Jacoby Brissett, he's still in contract talk because all of a sudden he had a good couple games. Now, I mean, maybe he wants to get paid. I'm not going to blame him. But I think they're going to be in middle road teams. Not going to be an easy out, but when you're looking at them on your schedule, you're not going to be too worried. With him, you got Will Johnson, Buda Baker. I like Denzel Burke from Ohio State too. I like Cody Simon. Like they got some pieces, but I think this could be a great bridge year for them. Maybe seeing what they can do. Hopefully they don't win too many games because if they win too many games, it's messing up a lot. But I think maybe another year or two from now, they might have something. They can get themselves a quarterback. But until then, uh, probably bottom of the division, especially being in that hard division. Probably not going to do much this year. So middle of the road team,
Yep.
4 to 5 wins. If they on a low on a that's my base. If they do something immaculate, I would say maybe 6 to 7 at the most.
This is the type of team that coaching really matters.
It matters
It
extremely.
matters with this team.
Like this was type of team. If Mike Tomlin had this team, he might be able to get a lot out of them. But still,
Hmm.
that division is killing them. That division. I mean, when you got to play these teams
This is
twice, you're in
crazy.
for yourself. I'm sure they probably going to get at least 1 or 2 divisional wins. But I mean, somebody got to be off their game for them to win. That's what it looked like to me. If I'm being honest with you,
Absolutely.
I mean, it's very likely that they go 0-6 in that division.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I just genuinely wouldn't be
Yeah,
surprised if they
like
go 0-6. I'm
that's six
sure they'll
losses
get
right there.
one. I'm sure they'll get one, but I'm just not
They might
seeing
get
where that
one.
one's going to come from.
Like, I mean, if you know, if you get some injuries, you get like, and they are divisional games, so
Yeah,
I'm not going to say they're going to get mollywopped, but I don't see a chance in which I feel like it's very unlikely that they they win one of those division games. I ain't
they
gonna
gonna
hold you.
get one, Rod. They gonna get one. I got
Wait.
money on 49ers. I got money
Like,
on the 49ers.
I mean,
Brock
you
Purdy
Wait.
gonna
see
give them
crazy
one.
things happen.
In a
Crazy things has
matter of
happened.
15 minutes, you said mollywop and you said gnarly. Who the hell are you? What are we
Who said
The,
talking
the
about?
new
mollywop?
cook
I
got
said
him feeling
mollywop.
different.
That's what
Yeah, he
it is.
definitely
Like
did.
he don't know if he
I
want to
said
be on one
mollywop.
side or another. So you said mollywop, we in there, we in Jersey. Then you say
Gnarly just
gnarly,
saying.
we in South Orange. But it is what it is, bro.
That's
I love
worse than South Orange Club. That's
it.
like
Might be. That's not
Hey,
even
look.
maybe.
that's Roswell. That's
That might
the
be wrong. Well, that's that Georgia air corner. All right.
yeah.
Hey,
All right, what's next,
look.
bro?
Let's not
Let's
even.
get it. I love
Let's
you no
be
matter
easy.
what. Hey, I love you no matter
Let's
what.
relax. Let's relax, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's
What's
slipped
next?
out. I don't know what this
Final,
team is
final,
saying.
final cover ups, y'all. What y'all thinking? What we thinking? Well, I got them in the division. Playoff, no playoffs. I got them no
I
playoffs.
wouldn't be surprised if they only won 2 games this year, but I also
No,
wouldn't be surprised if they snuck in 6. So, but I really still feel like they're going to be fourth in the division no matter what.
I agree with that. What about you, Raw?
Let's say the predictions for last, but we can say the record. I think. Well, actually, I don't think we need to say the predictions for the Arizona. I think we all can collectively agree they're going to be last. I
Yes,
think I think they're going to be last. I don't see them winning more than 4 games, realistically.
I
Maybe
agree. I
like
agree.
five, maybe five. They can sneak in five, but I'm penciling them to lose 6 games in that division already. I don't think they win a division game this year. That's just me. That's me.
Okay.
I can't see them. All them other teams are just that much better than them.
I
Well,
agree.
when we talk about the next team, this you might feel a little bit differently. Let's talk about San Fran. Let's get it.
Let's get it. All right, let's move on. If the
That key
49ers
question
stay
on there.
healthy,
Mm-hmm.
can they retake the top spot in the NFC West? Zal, let's start with you. What you thinking?
In my humble opinion, I think the 49ers have a 0.0001% chance of being healthy. Therefore, they have a 0.0001% chance of being a top team in the West. I mean, honestly, when it comes to San Francisco, they have a great coach. But at this point, I feel like Kyle Shanahan's in that same point of you know he's gonna be good every year, you know he's gonna be contending, but they can't get over the threshold. Every year somebody gets hurt. Every year something goes down. Every year it's something. And at this point, I just don't think they're gonna get back to what they were when they were going to the Super Bowl. I just don't think it is. I'm not a big fan of Brock Purdy. I never am, never have been, never will be, in my opinion. I think he's a decent quarterback, but I'm not banking on Brock Purdy getting me anywhere, in my opinion. So therefore, if I don't believe in Brock Purdy, what am I looking at around you? Okay, cool. I do like obviously Christian McCaffrey, but Christian McCaffrey, he's losing a step. I've watched again. Rushing wise, Christian McCaffrey is not doing a lot rushing. Receiving wise, yes, he does got a lot, but rushing wise, he don't do a lot. I don't see the burst. I don't see the couple years ago Christian McCaffrey. He's aging as a back. I can see that. I mean, you go out there, you get Mike Evans, which is a good pickup. Mike Evans is also old. Mike Evans is also injury prone. I mean, you give this receiver so much money who is old and injury prone. Fix your team, though. That's what y'all do. Y'all injury prone players. I like Ricky Pearsall. I think he's a good receiver. I think he can make a step this year. I do like the receiver they got out the draft. Can't remember his name from Ole Miss. I think he has a shot to do something pretty good. But, I mean, every year for me, I think it's just the same thing. You go out there, you get a lot of good players. Your team is always good on paper. They also got Dre Greenlaw back on the team. So your team is good on paper, but can they stay healthy? Is Nick Bosa going to come back and stay healthy? 50-50. Fred Warner just came off his first injury. Is he going to be able to come back and still be the same Fred Warner? Hopefully. I love Fred Warner, great player. But I mean, I just think you're in a division where it's so many hard knocking teams and everybody's getting better. Not saying y'all didn't get better. I think y'all did get better, but it's hard to do anything if you don't know who's coming into your team from week to week. You don't know if we're going to have to replace our running back. You don't know if we're going to have to do this. Or you don't know if we're going to do that. And your quarterback is Brock Purdy. I'm just not a fan of Brock Purdy. I think in division, he's probably the third best quarterback, honestly. Or maybe I can switch out him and Sam Darnold, but I just think the team is going to do what they do every year. I think they're going to be competitive. They're not an easy out. Can they make the playoffs? More than likely, there's a chance they can make the playoffs, but I'm just not confident in them staying healthy and being able to get through a whole season with your actual team. I just don't believe it.
That's
Let's
valid.
start it off. Let's start it off with this. I love Raheem Morris. I love their defensive coordinator, Jersey all day. I'll rep that.
Terrible
But
head
with
coach.
that being said, last year their defense saved them a lot, and they had the best defensive coordinator in the game. He's not there anymore. Raheem Morris is a better head coach than he is DC. That's just my opinion. I know he did in Las Vegas. I understand that. I get it, what it looks like on paper. Wins mean a lot, but at the same time, I remember what he did in Tampa. I remember what he did in Atlanta prior to that last season. He helped them. He got them better.
He coached Tampa, or you mean Rams?
No, he
He
coached.
coached
He was the
Tampa.
head coach. He was the head coach at Tampa Bay.
When was this?
Yeah.
This was a long time ago.
Oh, probably okay.
That was Josh
Hey,
Freeman.
I got stories about him. I was on the phone. I had a phone call with him before when I was going to decide if I was going to Irvington High or going back to Immaculate, and he told me some stuff I should have listened. So we ain't going to talk about that right now. But outside of it, out, he's a great head coach. He's a great head coach in my opinion. When he has the pieces around him, when he has the support around him. Defensive coordinator, he's mid, if not. He's mid. I think he's going to be a top 10, of course, so that's better than mid. I think he's going to do decent with his defense, but I don't think he's going to do as good as Saleh did last year. Again, it's about the injuries aspect. This team can't stay healthy. No matter what, they cannot stay healthy. And if they did, they will be okay, they'll compete, but without a shot of a doubt, I don't think they want to be anything special this year. I like Brock Purdy, but again, Brock Purdy needs to have pieces around him. He needs to have a solid line. This wide receiver core is terrible. I don't care what anyone says. I love Ricky, but Ricky can't stay healthy. I love DeMarcus Robinson, but when you have to depend on DeMarcus Robinson, that's the problem. I love Colton Down. They just picked him up. He's going to compete for a roster spot. But the thing about Colton Down is, what position are you going to put him at? He's a big slot, in my opinion. If you can put him in that slot position and let him do what he got to do, boom. The guy that they drafted, I really don't. He's Debo, plain and simple. He's a smaller version of Debo. What they need to do is get on the phone with Debo and bring his ass in there as soon as possible.
Debo lost his step though. He might be a bigger Debo. This man's 6'2".
Who you talking about? The guy they picked up?
Yeah, I didn't know he was that big. That boy's 6'2".
He doesn't seem that big. Well, you sure?
Yeah, I just clicked his name. It's crazy.
Stubbles?
Yes, bro. This is crazy.
I did not know he was.
But he's small. He's 207, so 6'2", 207. Debo probably like 5 something.
I don't know.
215.
But with him, I don't think he's a gadget guy. He's the type of person that can take a a screen and go for like 15, 20 yards. He doesn't have a strong route tree at all. So that's why I'm worried about when it comes to him. Talent on this roster is really going to get depleted. We really got to look into this offensive line to see what we're going to do with this offensive line this year. Nick Bosa, how much more are we going to be able to get out of him? Yes, like you said, they got Greenlaw back, but he's coming off an injury last year and the year before. You got Fred Warner, who's coming back off an injury. Are they going to be able to stay healthy? You got Ward, he's decent. I love Jack Jones, but can he put it together? I love Hobbs, but can he put it together? So it's just so much question marks on this team for you to go into the season and just hoping that they stay healthy and think they're going to win games. It's more to it. You got to put the pieces together. Can they put the pieces together? I truly don't know. I think they're going to be decent, but I don't know if they're going to be what we are accustomed San Francisco 49er team to be over the last couple of years, the last decade or so.
And I just saw they got Christian Kirk too, which is another injury-prone kind of receiver.
Christian Kirk, exactly. That's why I love Colton Down. I feel like if Colton, who? What you say?
When he's healthy, he's decent though. When he's healthy, he's decent.
But everybody on the team is good when they're healthy.
They have the same problem from the quarterback down to the kicker. It's if you're healthy. You shouldn't have to worry about that.
That is true. Eddie Pinheiro had a crazy fantasy season last year. Shout out to him, man.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't have. We'll see. We'll definitely see. They don't scare me. I wouldn't. If my team had to play them, I would not be worried. I feel like we can compete when it comes to playing against the San Francisco 49ers. So that's just my opinion.
I feel it. I honestly, I agree with a lot of what you guys said, bros. I'm not gonna lie. The obviously from a talent standpoint and from a name standpoint, they have the like the big names. They have the talent to make you think that they should be able to compete, and they should I think they're gonna be a competitive team, but it's just like you said. It's not if they're gonna get injured. It's when they're gonna get injured because for whatever reason they're just not a healthy team. It's like year to year, they're gonna suffer some major injuries. Their coaching is gonna save them because I don't know. I don't even know how they was able to win 12 games.
They won 12 games last year.
Yeah, they was 12-5.
Don't know how they 12 games last year.
That is exactly why Robert Saleh was so sought after for being a head coach. And that's why Arizona wanted him so damn bad. They was going to break the bank for him. And that's why Tennessee got him. So, and it wasn't offense. It was straight defense last year.
Did they make the playoffs?
I believe they beat us. They beat the Eagles in the first round.
They definitely did beat y'all. They definitely did.
I don't know how we shouldn't have lost them, but
that's so your boy to catch the ball, gang.
That's another story. He's not on my team no more. I can't.
He don't know. He don't know who that is no more, Quill.
I know. I had the same problem, bro. Hey, I didn't say that man's name for 2 years after he left Tennessee. So I feel you, bro.
You know what I'm saying? We moving on to big and vetted things. But just being honest with you, I gotta agree with you. I'm a little higher on Purdy. I was lower on Purdy the first couple of years, but he's starting to grow on me a little bit. I think he's a quality quarterback. I think he has some potential. I think he showed me a little something like last year. Even though he was injured. He had no, definitely not top 10. But I'm saying that he's a quality quarterback. I'll say he's when he stay healthy.
Top 15.
That's the question too, though. Yeah, I put him top 15.
Boo.
He's top 15. I can easily say he's a top 15 quarterback.
Easily?
But you
lost your mind.
You don't think he's a top 15 quarterback?
I got a lot of people over him.
I got a lot of people over him. But again, what are we talking about? Are we talking about when I look at quarterbacks nowadays, I don't think about just the quarterback. I think about the quarterback. I think about the offensive line. I think about the OC/head coach. And I think about the supporting cast around him. His head coach, who is the OC, takes him and puts him in a position to be successful. So therefore,
that's what I'm saying.
So when it comes to that, okay, yes, he is top 15, in my opinion. But just talent alone, just him, he's not.
I think if you were drafting if you had to do the draft, he wouldn't go top 15 as a quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, it depends because it's a lot of quarterbacks who are more talented than him, but who still don't perform. So I'm talking about in his situation with his head coach. I think that combination can make him a
But
top. It
see,
can make him a top 15 quarterback.
I think if you put Mac
We're
Jones,
talking about
see, looking at Mac Jones last year, I think Mac Jones top 15 if you give him the same team. You give him with Mike Shanahan and them,
I
I think
wouldn't
he's
say
top
15.
15.
I'll say 20.
It's feasible. I mean, I don't think there's a huge talent difference between the two of them, but that's not what we're talking about right now. We talking about
There you
are
go.
can they if they healthy. Now, like what I was saying before, I think he's a top 15 quarterback. I think Kyle Shanahan I think he's a tremendous coach.
Mhm.
Like Zaire mentioned earlier, though, I think he's had his chances and he's missed on those champion those chances to where he could have been a Super Bowl champion.
That's
And
true.
now he's on an older, more banged up team. We gotta face the fact the Niners they're an old squad and they're an old team filled with injury prone players.
And the money
That's not
already
a
spent.
yeah,
Damn sure.
invested a lot of money into these older players, and I don't think they've gotten like in their pursuit of younger talent. I don't think they've hit on a lot of those players who were supposed to replace these older players. So it's that you kind of seeing it now. It's like we got a lot of injuries. We got some youth coming in, but that youth is not doing what we expected that youth to do. So now or that youth is coming in and the youth is injured too. So it's like you kind of run into this situation where you old and you beat up, and the young players you got in not doing what they need to do to elevate the team, and I think that's where you see it right now, where I feel like they've kind of reached this sweet spot in which they're gonna remain being good, but unless they're gonna have to do something, they're gonna have to make a serious shift in their philosophy to take him back over to that spot and to get him back into a Super Bowl, and then to push him over that ledge and win a Super Bowl. But I don't see that, honestly. I don't see that right now. I think investing in older players. I thought the Mike Evans pick, or that Mike Evans free agency signing, was a bad decision because Mike Evans only plays 8 games a year. Let's be honest. Somehow he always manages to get 1,000 yards in them 8 games he plays.
We're potentially about to talk about a guy that's about to play only 8 games a year, and his 8 games is going to impact them throughout the season as well into the playoffs. But that's when we about to talk about the team next. So it's a little bit different.
And coming up. But just to close it out, realistically, I think they're gonna be like always, they're gonna be a hard out. I don't think they're gonna be able to stay healthy, and because I don't think they're gonna be able to stay healthy, I don't think they're gonna take that top spot in the NFC West. Once again, crazy division with the defending Super Bowl champs, and we know that the monsters in LA who scaring probably every team in the NFL right now. So I think with those two beasts of teams they got, I don't in that conference, I don't see them retaking that spot anytime soon, honestly. Final remarks.
No playoffs. That's all I gotta say.
No playoffs, and they will have a top 13 draft pick.
You guys are crazy. No playoffs.
No playoffs.
Playoffs?
The NFC is going to be stacked this year beyond belief. They're going to beat each other up. I don't see them making the playoffs. No.
That's great. Hey, we got some hot takes over here. I think I see them squeezing in. I think they probably going to be a 7 seed, 6 or 7 seed. I think they squeeze in. I think they just Kyle Shanahan is just too good of a head coach. And I do agree with what you said too, big bro. You said Raheem Morris. I think he's a better leader of men than he is a DC. And I think they should have gave him another shot in Atlanta.
I think he's a terrible head coach.
I love him. I wish,
honestly, he's a coach. He's one of those culture builders. I think he was building something good in Atlanta, and they just didn't see the vision.
I think he needs to hire, if they want to be successful, he needs to hire a different OC, because that offense was not what it was supposed to be.
It was their quarterback situation, because Michael, they
lost some
situation from the start.
I don't know, but I feel like I'm watching the season. During the season, they had leads, and some of his coaching malpractice did mess up a couple games. I believe it. I know for sure.
That's the issue, bro. Like I promise you, Raheem Morris. Well, all right, yes, you're right. His issue is the fact that he depends on his staff more than most. He doesn't micromanage. If he expects you to be the offensive coordinator, you're going to do it. He's not going to pull you aside and say, "Hey, yo, we need to do X, Y, and Z." He believes in his guys. He's been like that since Tampa Bay, and that's what you get when it comes to it. Like you said, he has to have a great OC. He has to have a great DC. He had a great DC in Atlanta, messed it up. He had a really good DC when he was in Tampa Bay. Things happen. It is what it is. I wish him the best. I think he can be a head coach again in the future. He might not get that other. It's going to be hard for him to get it. It's really going to be difficult for him to get that next chance, that third chance, or we can even say fourth chance. But I think he deserves it. He's that good of a leader. He's that well respected. So yeah, hopefully he does. I love Raheem Morris. Shout out.
Yeah, I think it's gotta give him the chance to actually stay past 2 years.
It's an Irvington thing, baby. Shout out to Irvington.
Next team, guys. Next team.
Baby. Dirty Irv.
All right, bros. Let's move on. We all know who this next team is. Looking like a super team in the making.
In the making.
All right. Is it a Super Bowl win or bust for the Rams this season after their off-season moves?
Absolutely. We can go quick on this one.
Yeah. I'll start this one off.
Okay.
It's Super Bowl win or bust for them boys. It got to be Super Bowl win. I mean, their off-season moves were ridiculous. Trading for Trent McDuffie, trading for Myles Garrett, signing the Chiefs' other starting corner, Jalen Watson. I mean, they shored up the back end, which was their biggest problem. Got a destructive defensive end, one of the best defensive end in the league, arguably.
The best. Not even a question.
I say maybe I didn't say history. Maybe it's one of the best in history. Yeah, definitely history.
You can say that. I mean, by far, he's definitely the best defensive end in the league right now. He's a monster, and I mean that defense is gonna be scary. I mean, honestly, they have almost no weaknesses, and they're young. And it's crazy because they was rebuilding that team, so they have a lot of young dogs on that team, a lot of hungry players on that team, and then you have proven winners on that team with Trent McDuffie and Jalen Watson coming from the Chiefs. I think they won the Super Bowl 2 times in a row. They've never not been in the playoffs, and prior to the year in which prior to last year and the year before when they lost to the Eagles, they've never not won a Super Bowl. So I mean that you have a lot of talent coming on there, young talent too, because those boys is young. They only been in the league for about 3-4 years. So you got a perfect mix of young talent with that veteran leadership coming in there, and then not to mention, that if Aaron Donald come out of retirement, just wrap it up on this season. It's that team is going to be untouchable almost. I'm just being honest. Well, you can make that face, bro. If Aaron Donald comes back, that defense is crazy. That offense is ridiculous. With the reigning MVP Matthew Stafford, Puka, Devontae Adams, that offense is crazy. Kyron Williams, that team overall is insane. If Matthew Stafford is healthy and that defense performs how we think that defense is going to perform, it's crazy for me not to say that it's Super Bowl win. Like a Super Bowl win is not looming in the future for him. And I'm an Eagles fan. I don't want them doing, and I think we got the best chance of beating them because we got their number. But
I would say this, bro.
That's what I got.
They are top heavy, and with a team that's top heavy, and they're so dependent upon their top guys, if Puka goes out,
they're cooked.
How do you feel about Tyler Scott? How do you feel about guys like Xavier Smith? I don't know how you feel about it. If Adams he's up there, he's long in the tooth. You got to worry about that. Yes, their running backs are solid 3 deep. If it was Ronnie Rivers, if he's your number 3 running back, you're in good position. But again, the quarterback is kind of old. Do you trust Bennett, Stetson Bennett? Do you trust Ty Simpson? Now think about that. Will the offense change when they get in? If one of those wide receiver goes out, we're gonna have a problem. How do you feel about this offensive line? If one goes out, like they're one injury away from being the San Francisco 49ers, a team that's supposed to be solid. I'm just saying, a team that's supposed to be solid, but when injuries pile up,
Well, don't you think that's most teams though? If they're starting receivers,
that's depth, bro. Like I honestly feel like some teams build depth wise from the bottom up, and some teams like the Los Angeles Rams, they build from the top down. So it all depends on how you build your team. This team,
I do think they should have got a receiver.
I think they should have got a receiver. That worries
me.
They
were trying to get AJ. They was trying to trade for AJ.
But they should have just drafted instead of getting Simpson. You should have just drafted Lemon. Lemon's right there waiting for you.
I'll say this too. I'll say this too. I think I get what you're saying, but at the same time, like what you say, bro?
And special teams may be an issue too. They have a young kicker.
Yeah, there's that special teams.
Young ass kicker. They have a punter that's not great. So this is what I'm saying. Like when you build from the top down, you come into problems when injuries pop up. More importantly, just like San Francisco, those two teams are identical. When we start talking about the next team, it's the complete opposite. So
yeah, but I'll say this. Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, but I feel like the Rams, like I think the 49ers are an injury plagued organization. You know, sure. They're gonna suffer a major injury from one of their star players. From what I've seen of the Rams, like they of course he's gonna get banged up throughout the season and the year, but we haven't seen one of their major guys go down for more than maybe 2 weeks. And I think that's more key to how they handle their conditioning and their training of their players. I feel like we seen when they went down, they do have some quality backups and reserves in there. Now it's just are they gonna do what they need to do when they're if a star does come down and they have to play more than like 2 weeks if an injury, because it's the NFL.
Yeah,
you never know when
it's going to happen.
Yeah,
it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to be like what's going to happen from that point forward when it comes to it. Like, I love CJ Daniels, but I don't think they will be successful if they had CJ Daniels starting at wide receiver for 6 weeks in a row. I don't think he's ready for that. I don't think Xavier Smith is ready for that. I don't think Scott is ready for that. That's why that Demarcus Robinson, him going to San Francisco was huge. I believe he went there. Yeah, he went there last year. Because he was with the Rams last year, right?
Yeah, he was. I don't know if he was.
Or was he with San Francisco?
No, he was with 49ers last year. I remember scoring a touchdown.
Right,
situations like that. I think guys like that needs to be with the Rams just in case. You need to have depth just in case. Veteran depth. I don't feel like they have the veteran depth behind there. Another team that should look at Debo because he can take a screen and go still to this day. So they need depth. I think they need depth at the wide receiver position. I think they need to seriously start looking at this offensive line too. The defense, I feel like the defense is going to be solid. Like you said before, they do got a lot of younger guys to back it up just in case. But you really got to start looking at that offense and seriously start thinking about the depth pieces behind it, especially at the offensive line and especially at the wide receiver position.
That's valid, big bro. That's valid. How about you, Zach?
I love their team, honestly, bro. If I'm being honest with you, I think when you already coming off of a season like last year, where y'all were amazing for the most part with the Rams, and then you pick up your two weakest parts and you get some decent. Well, I'm not too high on Jalen Watson. I think he's cool, but when you get Trent McDuffie, and then you pair him with Jalen Watson, obviously, so that's already an instant connection right there. But then you also have Myles Garrett already. Then if Aaron Donald comes back, your team is looking pretty good. I do think when it comes to Jaquil, though, I do think they messed up on the receiver because when it comes to receivers, man, you got Matthew Stafford, who is a very timely quarterback. He loves being on time. He loves throwing it. That's why he loves Devontae Adams. But even when it comes to that, Devontae Adams has most definitely lost a step. Not even close to the same player he used to be. He's definitely older. Still a good receiver, but definitely lost a step. And Puka is a good, I mean, probably top 3 receiver. But the problem is if one of these players go down receiver wise, you're trusting in your quarterback who is already older, who likes to throw the ball on time to throw it to new receivers. I'm not too fond on that, in my opinion. But where that comes in, I do love their running backs. I love Blake Corum. I love Kyron Williams. I mean, I think these are probably that's probably like a top 5 duo in my opinion at running back position. But I am a little nervous about the receiver position. I think they should have went with Lemon or just got another receiver, a high end receiver in the draft because you were sitting there waiting instead of going for Todd Simpson, especially if you knew you're gonna trade for Gary. You knew you were trying to make these moves. I mean, this is a win now type of organization. This type of organization you want to be in. So if it's a win now organization, I mean, make the win now move. You know. But I understand they did what they had to do because they know he's getting old. But I mean, their defense is looking immaculate, even if Aaron Donald comes back, even if he's not. I mean, Puna Ford, great. I think I love him as a nose tackle. You got Miles Garrett on the end. I am a little wary about their linebackers. I'm not too high on their linebackers.
Lamb is
But
decent though.
yeah, they're decent, but I'm not. But when your front end is the way you want it to be, and your back end is pretty much the way you want it to be, I mean, I think you can let it work how it is, but I definitely think there's just no excuses this year. I mean, I think you got to get it done. You made these moves, did all these things.
That's
You
a
got to
fact.
get it done, whether Darren Donald comes back or not. The job has to be done. You put too much picks, you put too much time. Actually, not that many picks, surprisingly, but I think this is their year to win. If you don't win this is a failure. It's Super Bowl or bust, not even close. Super
Yeah.
Bowl or bust, not even
And
close.
the thing that's they're going against is this next team that we're going to talk about because this next
hmm
team, this is the most stacked team I've seen in a really, really long
Man,
time.
they're underrated right now.
And the fact that they still
No one is
underrated is
talking about them.
crazy. It's crazy to me because this team is effing loaded. But we can talk about it now. Go ahead, bro.
Final thoughts, Roro?
Oh, yeah. So I'm definitely Super Bowl. I definitely think it's Super Bowl win for sure. It's Super Bowl win or bust. If they don't win the Super Bowl, it's a bust. It's a failure of a year for sure.
I agree
I
with
agree.
you.
I agree with that. Will they do it? We'll see. But I do agree.
We'll see because they got some stiff competition. All right. So we're gonna end this out with: can the Seahawks' dominant defense lead them to back-to-back Super Bowls?
Woo, Seahawks!
Let me start this up. Let me start this one.
Go ahead, cool. Take it home.
This is the perfect team, and the fact that they're starting running back Zach, I can't even say his last name properly.
Charbonnet. Love Zach Charbonnet, by the way.
The fact that he's not even going to start this year because Price is that good is crazy to me. Price is a really, really good running back. He is. Those two together will be amazing. And that third running back, George Holland, he is amazing too. So it's just that run another one.
Charbonnet coming off an injury.
Yeah, he's coming off that injury. Yeah,
that's why George Holland. He is, but he's still that good. That's why they have George Holland. George Holland is actually really, really good. I remember him in the preseason. The kid can go. So I think he's going to be really impressive. You got Price, who's basically like Kenneth Walker. This is the exact same player. They replaced the guy that they let go. He's just cheaper. This wide receiver core is stout, is amazing. I love Torrey Horton. I think
he's better than Nah, I'm not gonna say that. Go ahead.
Don't say whoa.
I ain't gonna lie because they do have
Rashid.
Crazy.
I feel like Horton is a better actual receiver than Rashishi. I think Rashishi is a better.
I agree with that.
Deep threat.
I agree with that. And they're going to put Rashid at that slot position, his original position, even though he can play inside and out. So with this wide receiver core is crazy. You got a crazy tight end core. The offensive line is young,
really good,
experienced, extremely good. This is what I'm talking about when I say you have great. You build from the bottom up. This team was built from the bottom up, inside out, plain and simple. Strong offensive line, strong depth at the offensive line, strong defensive line, strong depth at the defensive line position. Ernest Jones, former Tennessee Titan. I still to this day don't understand why we traded this man.
I don't know why.
It drives me crazy.
It made no sense.
First of all, I was surprised that we got him via trade, and then we trade him again. I felt like he is one of the top 5 best middle linebackers in the NFL. He's amazing. He's a dog.
He does it all.
He does it all. Coverage. run game, everything. This team is stacked. They were weak at the safety position. They got Bud Clark. Are you kidding me? Bud Clark is like Ed Reed. I apologize, not Ed Reed. He's like Bobby Sanders. So you got Bud Clark. That's going to be that safety back there with Julian Love. You got a strong cornerback class or cornerback room. You have good special teams guys. This team is amazing. This coaching staff is amazing. I wouldn't be surprised if they got to the Super Bowl again, and I wouldn't be surprised if they won the Super Bowl again. Again, the issue is, do you trust Drew Lock at that backup quarterback position? Jalen Milroe, is he going to be the number 2? Like, what are we going to do when it comes to that? I love Sam Darnold. I think he can stay healthy, but we already know how the NFL is. You ain't going to stay healthy all games. So I love this team. All in all, I think they can go far again. I wouldn't be surprised if they would won it all. Plain and simple. I'm talking about 14 games type strong season this year.
Shut high praise.
Yeah.
Hey, they got it. They got it.
When it comes to them,
Now you going last. It's your team. It's your team.
No, I've been going last the whole time. I don't want to go last. Because y'all be taking up all the good ideas. I don't want to be having that left.
Go ahead. Oh, wait, time out. And they got Bo Stevens. Bo Stevens, he can play center and he can play guard. And the fact that he's a backup still blows my mind.
Man,
I love
great.
Bo Stevens. They drafted him. I look out for this guy. He's going to be a starter in the NFL for years and years on it.
Go ahead, Rice. Okay.
No, Zach, go. Go ahead.
No. He go last. He got to talk about his.
I've been going last every time,
bro. Let him go. Let him go.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you.
We're going to throw.
I'm not going to be long when it comes to them, man. The Seahawks, man. Something about them Seahawks, baby. They don't like how they did Russell Wilson, but it's okay. It's okay. Anyways. When it comes to Seahawks, man, I think they're a really good team. My one problem with the Seahawks is, and like most Super Bowl teams, I don't think they did enough after they won to get that much better, in my opinion, right? I think they did their little moves. I know a lot of teams, you always lose a player when you go. They lost both of them. They didn't lose anybody crazy, but
they saw Deontay Fowler Jr.
I did not see it. But Dante Fowler Jr. been going everywhere. I guess that is a good replacement, though. I didn't see his name before. That's my bad. Okay. But when it comes to the Seahawks, honestly, the biggest thing we're always worried about is always going to be the quarterback player. I don't care how it is. Listen, I'm a Sam Darnold kind of believer, right? But when it comes to Sam Darnold, he's one of those players where, I mean, I think with the team he's in now, the same way y'all talking about Brock Purdy, I think when you put him in a situation like he is now where he don't got to win the game all the time, you're going to get the best version of Sam Darnold. The problem is we played this team. We know how they play. We know what they're going to do now, right? We know how they like to play. Our team's going to adjust to him now and say, Sam Darnold, we want you to win every game. You know what? To win, you're going to have to throw for 300 yards every game, and you got to make it work. Is that what they're going to do? But it's also hard when your defense is so good. They might not have to regardless. Their defense is still solid. Everything on their defense, from Leonard Williams, Jaron Reed, Byron Murphy. I mean, they're just stout everywhere. I am nervous about the other cornerback position. I mean, the old boy had went to the Eagles. What's his name, Rob? Who y'all got?
Willie. Tariq Willie.
Well, he wasn't doing that. Tariq Willie. He wasn't. You said what?
Josh Jobe.
Yeah, he's cool. Well, I mean, I think he was playing more than even Willen last year, though.
Don't forget about the rookie they drafted.
Yeah, he was cool. He was cool. But overall, I think they're going to be a good team still. Are they going to have that Super Bowl hangover? I don't know. I'm a big fan of Charbonnet. Hopefully he comes back healthy. But even when it comes to receivers, I mean, I like their receivers, man. Cooper Kupp is getting older. Receiver, he's a speedster, and then you got Torrey Horton that can come in. So, I mean, their team is pretty good everywhere. It's like, this is one of the most well-balanced teams in the NFL, I would say. Everything is right where it needs to be. Are they going to be able to put it together again like they did last year? Because, there's a lot of games that could have went either way. But when you have that defense so stout, I mean, it helps out. So I think I think they have a high chance to go back to the bowl. I think it's going to be tough because, that second year is always tougher when you win the Super Bowl. But I think they got a good chance to do it. They got a good chance to do it.
Team that you got to play your best game to beat them.
Exactly. That is true. And
it's going to be like that every single game. They are such a well-disciplined team. Another coach that should have been a Tennessee. Never mind.
Everything don't got to be about the Tennessee Titans, Shaquille.
Because everything's
relate to the Titans.
It happens. McDonald was the second on our list. We have Brian Callahan, and we picked Brian Callahan over him because we wanted
That's
an offensive
disgusting.
coach. I don't want to talk about it,
That
man.
doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make no sense. I shouldn't be going last, but since I am, I say it like this. I think they gotta. I think that defense being as dominant as they were, and that team, like Quill mentioned it, but they have amazing depth. They're able to rotate, especially on the defensive end. They're able to rotate in and out the amount of talent they can come in. That they lost a little bit depth, like you say, like Woodley's on the Eagles now. I think they lost. What's his name? Buddy Cody. What's his name? I can't remember. No, he was a corner. He was a corner / safety. I can't remember. Kobe Bryant. I think
they did lose Kobe Bryant. Actually,
though. That's what I'm saying. They got guys that
they replaced it. Yeah. So I mean, but they lost a little talent, but they brought in some more talent. So I think and overall, like Quill said, but Mike McDonald is he's a tremendous head coach.
Did he win coach of the year last year?
You know he did. You know who won?
Who won?
I think they gave Vrabel.
Oh, that was a good. I mean,
I
can't even blame him. But like that's just too good.
Look at the roster.
McDonald should have won it though. I think McDonald should have won it. But I think he's a tremendous head coach.
Teams played between those teams last year with Seattle and New England.
But I'm saying one team is nowhere near as good as the other team on paper.
Exactly. Period.
That's what I'm saying. Vrabel. That's why I think they gave it to Vrabel though. You think Vrabel team is better than the Seahawks?
I don't think the team is better. I think the easier roster I apologize. The easier schedule won out when it comes to that.
Well, I mean, it's hard to say that every year though, Quill. You know how teams are.
Switch the schedules, bro. It would have been completely different.
I agree, but it's hard. You got to go off what you saw this season. You can't do much.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard.
Let's be honest. Even with the soft schedule, did we expect the Patriots to win 14 games?
Not even close. Let's be real now. We did not expect it.
Schedule.
So cool, but we're going off a bird's eye view now. We see the schedule and who they play, but we're talking about going into the season. It didn't matter who was on their schedule. I thought they were losing to most of the teams on the schedule. It didn't matter who was.
I didn't think it was going to win no 14 games.
But you know, that's a Vrabel-led team. They're going to play hard, so you know they're going to play hard and they're going to beat the teams that they're supposed to win.
Well, you can't go off 14. Their team wasn't that.
14 wins is 14.
14 wins is 14 wins.
Let's get back on Scott. Okay,
come on. We got 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Coming 3 minutes. Let's finish off. Go ahead, Rara. Go ahead.
But as I was saying, I do think I think that dominant defense. I think that how they loaded and they've made that roster and they made that squad. They are dangerous. They are poised. I feel like as long as Sam Darnold does not turn into a pumpkin and revert to and he's been pretty consistent through the year in Minnesota, through the year. Hi, Drew.
Say have a good day.
Have a good day.
Yeah, go on, get out of here.
He's so cute. But I think what I was saying, I think as long as Sam Darnold does not revert into a pumpkin and he turns into a turnover machine, Seattle's gonna be straight. They definitely have a harder they're gonna have a harder time this year because now everybody's locked in on them, everybody's focused on them, everybody's gonna give them their best shot every game. But you have to, regardless of that, you have to give Seattle. You gotta play above average when you play Seattle, regardless, because that's just how good they are. If you make any sort of mistake against Seattle, they're gonna capitalize and they're gonna beat you. They have a good to great quarterback. Their running backs are there. Why you look like that for?
I don't know about great. He's a good quarterback. He's a very good quarterback.
He's a good quarterback.
He's a top tier quarterback. He's not.
Yeah, he's a
top tier. He's a good quarterback.
I'll say he's in that upper echelon.
Would you take Jalen over him?
Who?
Would you take Jalen?
Nah, you know I gotta go.
I'll take Jalen.
Jared Hurts, baby.
All right, how about this? I'm gonna ask you. Would you take Shador over?
Yeah.
Zaire don't know how to be realistic.
I think that I think if you put Shador on their team, I think they do the same thing. I think they do the same thing.
They win the Super Bowl. Wait,
I'm talking about.
Wait. No,
I don't agree with that at all.
I did well with cursing today, bro. So you just said that the Seattle Seahawks will win a Super Bowl with Shador Sanders.
Well, not year one Shador Sanders. I think
didn't say that. I just said.
I'm
Period.
talking about. I think he'll put up similar numbers. Let's say that. I think he'll win some games. I think if Shadori don't have to put the team on his
We
back
gotta
every
go.
game, I think he put.
We gotta
Yes,
go.
sir.
It's 3
Yeah,
o'clock.
I think.
It's about
I
to-
mean, we taking Jalen. Who else
yeah.
we take? I mean, I think Sam Darnold's good, but I think he's definitely a big product of his environment. I think he's pretty good.
I
Though.
think he's.
I think Jalen Hurts is better.
And I think Sam and Darnold and Jalen are close.
I think Sam Darnold's a better passer of the football than Jalen. If I'm being honest with you.
And then Jalen can do more with his legs.
Exactly. So I think it evens out a little bit.
They are close.
I think we underestimate what Jalen can do when he throwing that ball. I'm
not saying that. I think Jalen's just more of he's an all package quarterback, better than a thrower of the football. I'm not saying he's a bad thrower of the football. I think he's a good thrower of the football too.
It's going to be a hot take right now. I think Jalen Hurts is going to have a better season this year because he doesn't have to force the ball to anyone. And I think
he don't have to hit somebody's mouth about it if he doesn't.
Exactly. I think this year he's going to turn it up. All those doubts, everybody bitching and complaining about him, it's out the door. Jalen Hurts will have a all-pro caliber season this year.
If he goes all pro this year, brother, they're going to the Super Bowl.
Yapping, all this yapping they was doing too. You know he hearing all this. He gonna be. I'll put a battery in his back. He's gonna be crazy.
Hey, I'll put it in there for him. No more.
Oh, it's a Lord mercy.
Hey, cut that out.
You know, keep it in, Ron. We have a.
Hey, yo, no. See, you heard what you just said.
I heard you. All right.
We gotta go, man.
Come on, we gotta finish it off, boys. Let's finish it off. Final takes. Come on, let's finish it off.
Final takes, and then division records and predict and who you think is gonna win. All right.
I think predictions right now. They're gonna meet in the NFC Championship again. The 49ers, not 49ers. What's the team called? The Rams and the what's the name going to meet in the NFC Championship again, and the Rams are going to take it.
My prediction: the NFC Championship game will be between the Eagles. I apologize. No. The winner of the NFC East will be either the Dallas Cowboys or the Eagles versus the winner of the NFC West, which will be either Seattle and Los Angeles.
I'll back that up.
So one of those four teams will win the Super Bowl and go to the Super Bowl and play the Tennessee Titans.
All right, buddy.
I think the Seattle Seahawks are going to lose to the Eagles in the NFC Championship. But I think that's the only reason why they won't be back-to-back Super Bowl champions, because the Eagles are going to win this year because it's our year.
So y'all gonna beat the Rams in the playoffs?
We're going to smack the Rams in the playoffs.
All right, we got to finish this video. Come on.
Smack them. All right, so I'll say the records. I think it's going to be last, obviously, Arizona. I think it's going to be the Niners again. I think Seattle's actually going to be second. No, I don't even know.
I don't like that, bro.
You can't honestly. It's hard. You can't. The Rams and Seattle are interchangeable. Honestly,
you gotta choose one.
That's hard. Honestly,
life is hard. Choose one. Come on, we gotta go.
The Rams are 2. Seattle's 1.
All right. Yeah, we could do that with Rams 2. Seattle. That's crazy.
I think that's a clean sweep.
I got Rams 1, Seattle 2, then what's the name 3, then Cardinals.
So you
4.
got the Rams
number 1. No, I think the one thing the Rams did was some help on defense. I think the offense did pretty good. If they can contribute to the same offense, if they can do the same offense they had last year, and then their defense be that much better, because their defense is almost on paper, the defense is probably better than the offense right now, which is crazy to say. They can do that.
There will be at least 4 games this year that Adams and Puka do not play
together. You talking about both of them are out?
Like, we gotta write down all of Quill's hot takes. We gotta go through these.
Quill be throwing hot takes out, and like it don't matter.
I promise you, hot take machine.
Fantasy football.
When we doing this?
Let's do it next month.
All right, next month. Let's
I already got the draft.
Where my champion at? Where my championship at?
Gang, you didn't even win.
What up, though, baby?
Whatever.
He bought that himself. I bought it
for it. I bought it. I said,
wait, you won our league?
Yeah, boy. Yeah.
Ramir, hey, yo, for real, please don't cheat this year, bro. Like, not even joking.
He
please.
definitely cheated. He tried.
Definitely cheated.
You won, so you shouldn't even be mad.
Because I was that damn good compared to you trying to cheat all year. But seriously,
I met you in the playoff in the Super Bowl game.
And you lost. You deserve to lose. I have my money on Quill.
I should have won.
So, but seriously, there will be 4 games this year that Puka and Adams do not play at all. And that's why I think Seattle will basically take that division.
Seattle probably going to be the team to knock him out. He going,
hey,
Puka.
That's going to be a good game.
He can hit. So I wouldn't.
Yeah, look. It's only really two. It's 2 or 3 teams in the NFC who can beat the Rams, and one of the teams is in a division.
Yeah.
So
Nah, Tyler, the Saints gonna beat them. Tyler Shuck finna have an MVP year.
what
Chill.
are we doing? All right, we're gonna end the episode off that because that was crazy. They not.
I love y'all.
Jordan
Love you.
Tyson, man. Let's do
All
it.
right,
Love y'all,
guys.
boys.
Safe.
Murphy knows best. We out.
Bye.
I love you, mama.
Love Mama Hope.